episode of Sports Spring on Western Spring Television, where we give you stories making headlines in the ever-busy world of sports. My name is Joseph ATEWE, saying good morning and welcome.
And I am NENGI ADEMOLA. Thanks for joining us this morning on the Tuesday episode of Sports Spring on Western Spring Television. We'll have a whole lot of stories and stock for you this morning. But first off, we'll start off from the local scene. Thanks for joining us again. And just like I rightly stated, we'll start off from the local scene and talk about the Niger Super 8 competition that is currently ongoing. Let's bring you up to speed with what happened yesterday right there on the pitch. Now, Rivers United Liberian forward Albert Kova scored twice, and Okon Inyobong scored the stunner for Bendel Insurance in a thrilling Niger Super 8 South-South Zonal elimination game, which ended 3-2 in favor of Rivers United in Eket. Now, perhaps saving the best for the last, the final game of the series didn't disappoint with 5 goals in a frenetic end-to-end contest between the two representatives of Nigeria in next season's CAF Confederation Cup. Now, Stanley Iguma paraded a strong side against a much-changed Bendel Insurance, who didn't even have coach Monday Dige in the dugout. Kova opened the scoring 10 minutes into the game before Insurance leveled up from the penalty spot through Dede Mohara on the stroke of halftime, and then the Liberian restored Rivers United lead on the resumption of the second half before Inyobong took the spectators off their seats with a spectacular volley, which left Victor Sachima in goal for Rivers United, motionless for Insurance's equalizer. And the 2022 NPFL champions, however, edged the game 3-2 in stoppage time thanks to a penalty by Maurice Chuku. Now, when you talk about the Niger Super 8, there's a whole lot of money at stake in this particular one. So you can tell why teams are trying to struggle to get that one, because at the end of the day, if they get to emerge as winners, of course, there are financial benefits attached to that one. If I'm not mistaken, right here, as much as 100 million naira. And even you as a participant in the team, definitely you have what the benefits financially also for that one. And Joseph, this game, I think, was on Sunday, and we saw Bendel Insurance fielding a very different side. Monday Odige is on break after the whole lead-in for the Bendel Insurance for the NPFL and also for the FA Cup. And then you talk about the team for Bendel Insurance. We could not even find any of the regular names in terms of the likes of Imade Osarenkoi, the likes of Divine and the rest of them. They fielded an entirely different team to take on Rivers United. But on the other hand, Rivers United, knowing as well as what is at stake this time around, talking about the money, they did field up their normal team for that one. Well,
I was speaking to a friend and asked why that happened, because it will continue to happen according to them. And they are saying that they do not have enough arsenals to execute every game. Don't forget, they just qualified for competition on the continent. And the Osades and all of them had played all season. So what they meant in a nutshell from their analysis and what they said is that, I mean, they need to rest. Those guys need break, and that's why they have a second team. And the second team is not also doing badly at the moment, because we saw what they did yesterday for Rivers for the Bendel Insurance, if I'm correct in that one. And it's just what it is when you recruit good players so that the bench can also come in to complement the main team. And we've seen these things grow times without number, because normally what you have is that you have a weaker team, a weaker set of players, you know, playing, sitting on the bench, and when they come in, they make little or no impact. But it is beginning to change. Even the Premier League, every of the leagues you've seen, the bench should be as good as the starting level, and that is what we've seen at the Super 8. And you spoke about the money to be won. They know that they have to attract the best legs to win this, because you're bringing 8 of the best clubs in Nigeria to come and compete, and that is what you get. It's like the Champions League. Whichever team qualifies is a good team. It's a top team in any of the division they had come from. So I wasn't surprised seeing an entirely different team. But then do not forget, as I said, it's a good one for the club, because when they get to the continent, they know they have a bench, they know they have other players that can get the job done.
Exactly. Now, still on the Niger Super 8, just to give you more updates concerning that one, we do know that the Niger Super 8 playoffs have been concluded at the Eket Stadium in Akwa Ibom State, with the Bendel Insurance Football Club of Benin narrowly losing to the South-South ticket for the off-season tournament, proper to Rivers United by 3-2. But the sterling performance of the Benin Arsenal, just like myself and Joseph has rightly stated, and the stunning goal scored by their intelligent midfielder Inyobong Okon still resonate in the country's football space. Now, Inyobong, a graduate of Insurance Feeders team, who came into the game as a second-half substitute threw the spectators at the ERNEST Stadium into ecstatic mood with a spectacular strike and restored parity for the Benin Arsenal in the 70th minute of play, leaving the scoreline at 2-2 until the 92nd minute. Now, the sublime goal of Inyobong is now the talk of the town, as the organizers of the Niger Super 8 and their technical committee did not allow the world-class goal uncelebrated and adjudged the beautiful goal as the best goal of the Niger Super 8 playoffs, with a special recognition and cash prize of 100,000 and invitation to the Niger Super 8 draws. Now, the announcement of Inyobong as the Niger Super 8 playoffs ambassador on Monday was well received by Bendel Insurance family. And according to them, they said congratulations to Inyobong Okon, the Bendel Insurance of Benin City star, who scored the beautiful goal that has been adjudged best at the just concluded Niger Super 8 playoffs in ERNEST. So I think this wraps up with what we're talking about in the sense that you need a bench that is as strong as what you're fielding on the team. And let's not forget that this particular guy, his name is Inyobong Okon, he just came back from the Bendel Insurance Feeders team. That's the junior team of Bendel Insurance. So congratulations to him once more.
And away from that, we understand that Joseph ATEWE has left Lobby Stars to join Nigeria National League promotion seekers, and that is Katsina United. ATEWE last week was linked to the move to Rivers United, as shown why he's one of the most sought-after players in the Nigeria Premier League at the moment. Recall he scored a classic goal to save the blushes of Lobby Stars at the Nigeria Super 8, the playoffs against City FC in ERNEST. A pass shared by Nasi Gide, media officer of Katsina United, on Sport WhatsApp group. Joseph ATEWE has agreed to join his former club, Katsina United, for an undisclosed fee. The former Lobby Stars playmaker and goal machine, who made 10 goals, 10 contributions in the just concluded NPFL season, is set to sign a 2-year contract with the Changi Boys. I have an update by Osogbo-based freelance sport journalist Olaya Aziz indicates ATEWE's transfer to the Changi Boys is a short term. He said, and I quote, a reliable source has revealed that it's a short contract for the duration of the Nigerian National League, the NNL Super 8 playoffs that scheduled at the Stephen Keshi Stadium, Asaba, from the 1st of July to the 7th of July.
And let's bring you up to speed with what it looks like in the transfer window of the Nigerian Premier Football League. Now, confirmation from their NPFL Twitter handle. This says that following the failure of this move last transfer window, Remo Stars are back for Jide Fatokun, and he's seen as a priority after the exit of Dayo Ojo. Now, more transfer gossips from this one says Dayo Ojo's reunion with Benga Ogumbote at Shooting Stars is on, and the midfielder left Remo Stars after the expiration of his contract this season, and talks are ongoing over a move to Ibadan. Now, following more gist, we do know that a massive exodus of players is expected at Shooting Stars following the conclusion of the 2022-2023 season. Now, reports have already linked Anthony Okachi and Malomo Taufik with Eyimba and Aqua United, respectively. And that is how it stands currently in the transfer window when you talk about the Nigerian Premier Football League.
And let's move back to the continent, where the president of the Confederation of African Football, CAF, Patrice Motsepe, has revealed the reason why they have to change the name of the Super League. The football body last week proposed a change in name of the Super League and also announced the postponement from August to October. While speaking on it, the African Football Supremo insisted that they will continue to call it the Super League until the name is changed. He said, and I quote, in October this year, the first Super League will start. Some asked for the dates. We have them. If you associate the name Super with a football competition, it has negative connotations. We can change the name, but what will happen in October is the grand opening. I will continue to use the name Africa Super League until we change it, is stated. End of quote. And,
you know, talking about changing most of these things, and I think it goes far beyond changing the name of a particular competition, because we've seen all over that after changing the name of a particular competition, you find out that some of these negative things that have been attached to this competition, some of these complaints are not even getting any better. So why change the name? But I think rather what should be focused on right now is how they can actually make the league better. That's the Super League, instead of changing the name at this particular point. Although they might have their reasons why they're doing that, which is are still unknown. But let's see what pans out on the month of October.
Don't forget that this is an investment worth millions from CAF, and that is why those participating will get more than enough money, a huge amount of money, when they are going to win it or not. Participating alone is times 2 of what you've won from your local league. So I believe CAF will do something better, like we saw in Nigeria when we played the Super 8, or is this just the competition that decided those that represent us on the continent? And how serious they took that competition, the amount of money that was won at the competition. So for CAF right now, they know what is at stake. So they might not like it, the Super, because we've had so many of the Supers from Nigeria. Even in Ghana, it's called the Super 8. In South Africa, Super. So they want something different. But then I rightly understand your point that you want better organization when it comes to the competition, worthy of watching. And,
not just changing the thing.
And I believe that with the amount of money, with the sponsors they have, and because they want this to continue next season, they would definitely do the needful. And finally, we also know that there will be these matches will be broadcasted live. And with also VAR.
Of course, I think that's enough development to be able to carry the CAF Super League through. But just like I rightly stated, come October, we'd know how things pans out to be. But all the best to each and every of the team participating in that one also. Now, let's leave that aside and talk about one of our very athletic girl who was done us proud all throughout last year. Her name was on the lips of everyone. That's none other than Tobiloba Amusan. Now, world record holder in the 100 meters women's hurdles, Nigeria's Tobiloba Amusan will renew her rivalry with Jasmine Camacho Queen of Puerto Rico at the Ostrava Golden Spike 2023 Athletics Meet. Now, the 62nd edition of the meet takes place in the Czech Republic on Tuesday, that's today, with the creme de la creme of the world's athletic talent competing for crucial points and qualification standards for the upcoming World Championships. Now, Amusan, the world record holder in the 100-meter hurdles from Nigeria, is a formidable athlete to watch out for. And Amusan etched her name in history by setting the world record time of 12.12 seconds in the semifinals of the World Athletic Championship in Oregon. Now, continuing her dominance, she clinched the gold medal with a wind assisted of 12.6 seconds with such impressive performances. And there is a strong possibility that the golden spike record of 12.55 seconds set by Sharika Nelvis in 2015 could face a serious challenge from the Nigerian track sensation. And I believe that it is definitely going to happen that way, because you look at her performance all throughout 2022 was perfect. And this time around, I mean, having been able to set that kind of record, she wouldn't want to let complacency set in. Instead, she needs to go for higher records, such as breaking the one that stands at 12.55 seconds. Don't you think so? Well, I think so, but then I want to correct something, and that is what the British media has been doing. And we had issues with it in 2022. That statement, wind assisted time, you know, there was a huge trouble on it. The Fraser Prize of this world, they don't use words like that. So, but that was corrected. But I believe they're bringing it back, saying the wind assisted. What they mean is that, say she had run 12.36 seconds, that it might be 12.32, that the wind assisted, that the wind pushed her. Do you understand? So, but that has been corrected. But then for Toby, just as you said, continuity is key, and I believe that she will make it count at this time around. And she's a Nigerian. She knows where she came from. Of course. But deepest part of Ijebu, and we know how she struggled, got to the US, I think at the age of 9 or 10, before things started getting better, because they have good facilities in their universities, which she used in training and was discovered and decided to do what? Represent our country. She's even brave to have done that, because many would have switched allegiance and run for those countries. So we wish her all the best. But still talking female sports here, we understand that the draws for the 2023-2024 UEFA Women's Champions League will take place on Friday, the 30th of June, 2023 by 1 p.m. as reigning champions FC Barcelona Femení joined 70 others in the selection process. A total of 71 teams from 49 different football associations will take part in next season's campaign, with 57 clubs involved in the first round of draws, as 9 more join in round 2 and 4 others enter directly in the 16-team group stage. Asisa Toshola's Barcelona, alongside former champions Arsenal women, with Frankfurt women, Lioness Femení, and last season's finalists Wolfsburg women, amongst others, stand in the running. And just to add up to that, about 5 debutants, including Manchester United women, from England also partake in the draw list, which was determined by the UEFA Women's Association club coefficients taken at the end of the 2021-2022 season. Both the reigning and defending champions of the three highest ranked associations, that's France, Germany and Spain, skip the qualifying rounds to enter to the group stages. And given that FC Barcelona Femenine are both title holders and champions of the Spanish Primera División de la Liga, that's 2021-2022 and also 2022-2023, this opens the door for the champions of the fourth ranked associations, that's England, to also enter into the group stages. So the group stages for next season's UEFA Women's Champions League will take center stage from the 14th to 15th of November 2023, and all through to the finals build for either the 24th, 25th or 26th of May 2024, which is to be determined in San Mamés, Bilbao, Spain. So definitely we're looking forward to the 30th of June, come on Friday, to be able to get a full glimpse of how the draws are going to stand for the UEFA Women's Champions League for next season.
They say one of the biggest sporting events in football, it will be the Champions League and the World Cup, because that is what everyone looks forward to every season. That's for the Champions League, and every 4 years when it comes to the World Cup. In the world of tennis, some of the biggest competitions we look at will be the Grand Slams, because we call them the World Cup of tennis. So what is happening at the moment, because players are already building up for the big one, talking about Wimbledon. So it means there are 1,500 ATP tournaments going on, and that is where at this point we need to go to Eastbourne and give you highlights from the world of tennis. When we come back, the show continues. We'll be back.
I just feel like that's not his best matchup, Josh, is it, to stay back there?
Oh, a little lucky maybe, but you take it. You make your own luck in these big finals.